This person who has been in my life forever is a covert narcissist. They were hiding in plain sight. I've only recently put the dots together. That's a quote from somebody that I saw for therapy when their life had become so intolerable because of this person, but they didn't realise what this person was until we explored that with them. And they were a classic covert narcissist. I'm Dr. Jane, this is Knowing Narcissism, and come and join me for a coffee and we're going to talk about covert narcissists. Before we do, if I could ask you to like and subscribe, that's just brilliant because it just helps put this content out there for people. So, a covert narcissist, what is that? So it's the opposite of an overt narcissist. So let's explore that. People that are well known, politicians, those type of people, the people that just put themselves front and centre of everybody and tell the world that they are marvellous and expect the world to say that back. And that's why they often are in positions of power, because they have people around them that do reflect that back to them for their own reasons. Now, a covert narcissist, sometimes known as the vulnerable narcissist, is the one that gets underneath the radar of most people. Now, they can be family members, they can be friends, they can be partners, they could be people that you work with. And to begin with, you often think, because these people are data gathering, they're assessing you to see whether you're going to be useful for them. Now remember, a narcissist, whether they're overt, covert, whatever you want to call them, all have the same function, which is to get control and power, to be thought of as being special, unique. They want to be validated all the time. But the covert narcissist will often do this in a very kind of passive-aggressive way, in a very roundabout way. But they still want the same thing. So if we think about our covert narcissist, the very passive-aggressive type, and I'm going to give you a few examples here. There was somebody that I worked with, and they had a friend, an old school friend that they thought was a friend for many, many years. And they were telling me about a story about when this person got married, their friend wanted to get involved, and they got them to come out with them and pick their going away outfit. So they got married and they were going to put on their going away outfit. And this person, kind of believing that their friend had the right intentions for them and wanted them to look good on their biggest and special day of their entire life, picked a really terrible outfit for them. But the person that I saw didn't kind of really reflect that. They just thought, oh, it's a little bit unusual for me. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, long story short, they went along with it. And when she looks back at her wedding photos, she can see how ridiculous and awful this outfit was that she was wearing. And they appeared in some of the official, photographs as well. And reflecting on it, she realised that this person that had been in her life for a very long time, since school times, was the classic covert narcissist. That, when she explored it a little bit, was the type of person that was just using her to further herself. And, was it a friendship group? Was it something to do with the school production in this particular case? The covert narcissist didn't want to do stuff by themselves. So they got this other person to join in with them and got them to do sort of like the little roles, if you like, the backstage stuff, while they were able to be front and centre. But she needed my person as that actual tool. And when she looked back, their entire time together, they were just screaming examples of that covert narcissist just using this person for her own gains. And when it came to the wedding, that was the interesting thing, because obviously my person was going to be front and centre, as you should be on your wedding day, of everybody else. But she couldn't, the covert narcissist just couldn't have that. And I can't really kind of spoil your actual wedding dress itself because other people are involved in that. But you've asked me to come along and help you pick your going away outfit. Yep, I'm straight in there and I'm going to make you look as daft and ridiculous as I possibly can, because that makes me feel better, because you're getting all the attention and I should be getting the attention, so you have to be punished. That's the basic tenet of a covert narcissist. They're very nitpicky in a kind of sometimes subtle, not so subtle way. They'll say things like, is that the kind of right job for you? Are those the best friends that you should have? You know, there's endless things that they will nitpick about. And what they're doing is they're just undermining your sense of self and your sense of worth. Because remember, a narcissist who is insecure, they're very vulnerable themselves. They've got that tiny, tiny little ego that they inflate themselves and expect other people to buy into that. But anything can come along at any time to prick that. And that comes from the formative experiences. And if I talk about the person that picked the going away outfit, when I asked my person what she knew about her background, of course there was chaos and there was insecurity by the bucket load. But this person, the covert narcissist, had turned that to her kind of manipulative advantage, if you like. They will feed, covert narcissists will really feed off other people's insecurities and distress and confusion. That is their narcissistic feed. They don't kind of go out there like the overt narcissist saying, I'm brilliant and you must agree with me. They do it in a more subtle and kind of really damaging way, because these people, as I said at the top of the video, they're in your life for absolutely years before you realise what they've been doing for you. Now, a covert narcissist as well, oh my goodness me, they are the biggest grudge holders you can possibly think about. You will have, and I've had situations of people where they've had a covert narcissist in their life and they've done something to the covert narcissist that the covert narcissist didn't particularly like, but it's just gone on. Say it's a work situation, the thing has just gone on. But that person will hold, the narcissist will hold that grudge and that sort of like slight against their character, that thing that shouldn't have happened, that shouldn't have happened. And my goodness me, they hold it with them till the day they die, until they believe they've got their justice, which is to literally, in some cases, destroy that other person. That is the only thing that reflates their ego in that particular sense. So they are massive, massive grudge holders. And they're really jealous, as I've alluded to with the story about the going away outfit. They are really, really jealous people, but they can't kind of come out and show that jealousy, because that would be showing all their cards and people will back off from them and not want to have anything to do with them. But it's really within them and it really eats away at them as well. So if they feel that somebody is getting attention or a promotion or has got better friends than them or lives in a better house than them or drives a better car or children are nicer, it doesn't matter. There's a million things that they will compare themselves to you with and come out feeling that they are being denied what that other person has got. And then that then turns into a campaign. How can I destroy that other person to make myself feel better? So covert narcissists come in all shapes, sizes. There's no respect of gender. Sometimes it could be said that overt narcissists can be more of a male trait, not always, by any means, not always. And covert narcissism is more of a female trait. Again, not always, but I should think that a lot of you watching this will be kind of reminded when I'm talking about the covert narcissists in their life, be it family members, be it friends, etc., etc. I'd be interested to hear your comments below. What have you done to discover the covert narcissist in your life? And what did you do about it? And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it just pushes these type of videos out there. And the more people that know about covert narcissists, let's face it, the better for everybody, apart from the covert narcissist. But I'm only interested in you. So what can you do if you have a covert narcissist in your life? Now, it might be a family member, so you can't just, as much as you may like, jettison them. What do? You take your time around them. I always say that time and taking time is the biggest piece of kryptonite to a narcissist there can be, because they want to rush you. They want to kind of frighten you. They want you to be that kind of rabbit in the headlights that has to make a decision about things instantly, this moment. So if you can learn to take your time around them, they absolutely hate it. What do you mean you'll come back to me on that? I need an answer now. Well, I'm sorry. I need to go, talk to my other half and find out what they're doing before I can commit to coming to you for Christmas or Easter or going on holiday with you. Another one that I hear quite often. So always take your time with the narcissist. Don't let them rush you. Set your boundaries. Obviously, that's always a thing because the narcissist will always try and get you kind of, as I say, painted in that corner or that rabbit in the headlights, and you have to do that thing right now. And once you've done it, they're off on a different tangent and they're asking you for other things. That's so typical of narcissists. So be boundaried. I've had situations where people have they've had a parent, say, for instance, I'm just going to use this as an example because it comes up quite a lot. They have an elderly parent that insists on calling them every day or every week and just goes on and has the same conversation over and over to this, to my poor people. And we set the boundaries. We say, okay, they can call at such and such a time and the length of the phone call will be this. And of course, they come back and they say, right, I've tried to implement that. But then they said, they can't make the time that I can call. And then they've called at other times because it's more convenient for them, or they just want to grab hold of me and know that I'm there. But we stick to those boundaries. We say, okay, it's going to be 7:00 on a Sunday evening, just as an example. And the conversation will be for 15 minutes. And the person that I speak to, they say they can kind of handle that. They can deal with that 15-minute conversation because they can talk about their week. They can talk about their children, they can talk about their work, etc., etc. There's enough there to fill just 15 minutes. And at the end of 15 minutes, they finish. The narcissist will try and push those boundaries, of course, and go, there's just this other thing. This really important thing. It's a health matter. Don't you want to talk about my health matter? I've just listened to you for 15 minutes talking about your children. Don't you want to listen to my tiny little health matter? But you set the boundaries, say, no, I've got to go now, and have a reason why you've got to go. I've got to go now because it's 7:15. I've got to go because I've got to get the children ready for school or whatever it is, doesn't matter. You set that boundary. The narcissist hates it. They will try and call you at other times. No, we will talk on Sunday or whatever it is. Eventually, they get the message. They don't like the message, but eventually they will get the message and they will stop trying to hassle you. Or hassle you so much, or they'll try and find a different way, but you're ready for them. And once you've kind of done that once with a narcissist, especially a family member narcissist, they hate it, but it changes the dynamics. It really changes the dynamics. Now, remember, you are the person that you are. Don't ever get caught up in the narcissist telling you that you are something different, because they will try and do that, especially if they're trying to punish you because they hold a grudge, they're jealous of you, you've stopped taking their calls whenever it's convenient for them, whatever it is. They will try and punish you in some way and make you feel the bad person, which they've done for years because they've fed off that, remember. But remember, you are you. You are a decent, lovely person. You are not the person the narcissist would have believe you to believe that you are because it was convenient for them, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. So always be you. And if you need to, get help. I talk about the people that come and see me over the years. There's lots of opportunity to talk about things out there, and if that's beyond people because of their finance situation or their geographical situation, I perfectly understand that. But look online, look to see what's out there, what other people, I've asked you to have a chat below. Other people will see that and take benefit from that. Or just look on chat rooms. There's plenty of chat rooms out there that people will talk about what they've done and how they discovered the covert narcissist in their life and what they did about it. So give other people the opportunity to see what you've done that has just worked. There's just tons out there that doesn't have to cost money. So never think that you can't get help. Another narcissistic tactic. Remember, that's a form of isolation. So that is a covert narcissist. They are passive aggressive. They're quite manipulative. They're just not out there in your face and you know what you're dealing with, as in an overt narcissist. They're so much more manipulative and subtle than that. So take a look around. Is there somebody in your life that is a covert narcissist? I'd be really interested to hear. So, I'm Dr. Jane. I'm a psychologist. This has been Knowing Narcissism about covert narcissists. Don't forget to like, subscribe, really important, hit the notification bell, make some comments, do all those things that the blessed YouTube algorithm just says, oh, hello, this is interesting stuff. I'm going to put it out to more people. Thanks for watching and take care.